Now, welcome to another
Echo Meme Monday.
Alright, I guess I know what the theme is.
Acolyte.
So, Acolyte
Be
memes.
spoilers.
So
That's
if you
why we
haven't
gave it
seen
an
it,
extra week.
and you want to... Why did you laugh at that?
Nothing. No,
There could
no
be
reason.
someone out there who hasn't seen it yet and wants to.
You're right. You're right.
I'm sure there is.
Then don't watch this. You should watch the show instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you have
should,
watched it,
though.
or you have no intention of, you might enjoy these. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see if I enjoy them.
Yeah, let's just get it going. There's a lot
right.
to go through.
Let us begin. The Parent Trap. Oh, boy.
It really is the premise of the Parent Trap.
Kind of is. Or
They
it
both
was at
start
one
with
point.
one parent and then they swap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the parents don't know.
And the parents.
Well, Soul didn't know.
Soul didn't know.
But Kamir did.
Kamir
doesn't care which
the
one
stranger,
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He just
He
wants one of
has no
them.
name.
Oh, God. Ah, yes, the Parent Trap.
Bad.
We're moving on. Next. See, I knew it was only a matter of
Just
time.
read it, man.
The power of one, right? The power of two. The power of many.
Yep.
You don't drink and drive. That is today's message. I mean, you really should never do that.
No.
I mean, that's a very serious thing.
One beer, you get up the courage to ask that girl to dance, and you're a little more loose. Two, you are dancing by yourself, tie wrapped around your head, and many gets you arrested.
See, for you, it would be the opposite. To dance with me, you'd have to have multiple drinks, because I am not.
I'd have to start with the power of many.
Yeah, I'm not a dancer. That
No.
doesn't mean I'm not coordinated. I want to make that clear. I'm not. I'm not actually. I was just going to argue. No, I'm actually pretty coordinated. You know that. Come on now. I just can't dance. We're moving on. Come on, do something. He peaked.
He peaked.
That's all he needed to do was
wasn't
peak.
enough.
No, it was awesome. He looked out of a cave, and it's like, oh my god.
The only
it's Darth
reason it was
Plagueis.
awesome is because they couldn't wreck him if they don't have him do anything.
Well, I mean, probably not.
We'll see. Time will tell on this.
I don't think time will tell
Well, they're
because I
getting all
don't think
these
there'll be a
books
second
and
season.
stuff, though.
That's right. They are making
Don't. Yeah.
They're going all in on the books and the comics and stuff. Isn't
Yeah.
Yord
that
and
they, like-
Jackie getting a comic or something?
A comic or a book. I like how they're bragging that the Acolyte's getting all of these extra media projects because it's the first Star Wars. He was getting all these extra books and stuff, and I was like, eh.
Is it though?
They got 2 books out of Rogue One, Catalyst and Rebel Rising, and Catalyst was excellent.
Yeah. And a comic. We got the meeting of K2 and Cassian,
But
which will
most
be
of them
retconned.
don't need anything extra to learn about the characters.
Isn't that an interesting way to put it?
Obi-Wan, if you don't know Obi-Wan from his other projects,
His other project, he's a content
Yeah,
creator.
I know what I'm saying.
Obi-Wan. He's got that YouTube channel with a
even
million subscribers.
Even Ahsoka, she had a Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You could watch that to know all those characters. The other characters didn't need anything. Mando didn't need anything because he was very self-explanatory. It's
was.
they have to compensate for this and here, we'll fix things. We'll give you these other media sources to kind of make it more rounded. Isn't that what they did with the sequel trilogy?
Ish. They didn't really do a lot of the sequel trilogy extra material really didn't do much for the movies
Well, I'm
at
assuming
all.
this won't either.
No, I mean that's kind of the unfortunate part. There's very little tie-in. You spoke of Rogue One. Catalyst is actually a book that ties in very well with Rogue One.
Yes.
Rebel
Rising does too. It's just not
as necessary or
in the
as
writing
well written
department.
or interesting or
But
good.
we're doing memes.
Oh goodness
Maybe
gracious
we keep
me!
going with memes. This isn't news.
We're going on. We're
Memes.
keeping it going because I know there's a lot of them. You told me. Pyramid schemes. All right. The power of one. The power of two. The power of many. That's how they work.
That's how pyramid schemes
Are you laughing? Why are you laughing at me?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What are you yawning for? We just started.
This is exactly how pyramid schemes work. It's hilarious and true.
Yeah.
It's like a PSA.
It's like a G.I. Joe.
The more
Those are
you
the best
know.
PSAs ever, yeah. Yeah, what?
Are they?
I think so. I learned a lot from them.
Sailor
don't
Moon,
set your
Sailor
house on
Moon had
fire.
PSAs. The
Or
original
don't
one I
touch,
watched back in the day.
Don't touch down power lines. If it wasn't for that, I may have killed myself at some point.
Let's just
Touching
move
a down
on.
power line.
I don't want to think you're dumb enough to go and touch a down power line.
Alright, we're moving on. Next. Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium. Master Mundi, have you forgotten about the incident on Brendok 100 years ago? Nope. Not in my headcanon. Didn't happen. That explains it.
There you go.
They didn't even think it's canon.
He didn't believe it.
They solved it.
He's like, oh, there's Venestra making up crap. It was the dark times of the Jedi because we had Venestra leading and she was just all about PR.
Yeah, we're going to give this one a hammer. I like it. Even the Jedi don't consider that canon.
Venestra was like the press secretary for the Jedi. She's like, put on my nice dress. She shows up. The Sith, there were no Sith there. It was a rogue Jedi.
Yes,
we don't
she
know.
was like a press secretary, wasn't she?
It's horrible.
Goodness, just making stuff up. Like, there was no
Yoda's
Sith.
not available for comments right now.
Nope.
You use meditation.
He's on
deep
sabbatical
meditation.
again. Yes. I like this. That fixes it. Even the Jedi were like, nah, it didn't happen. Next. Why not join the Sith? We got all the hotties. All right? You got Wide Ren. You got...
Swolo Ren.
I like Wide Ren. Mm-hmm. And then we got Shin Hottie, of course. Mm-hmm. We got Darth Biceps, I see.
Darth Biceps.
And
the original hottie.
We got Cooktikin.
Cooktikin?
Yeah.
Firekin?
He's flame broiled to perfection. Burnikin, yeah. Next. Master Soul. There's a monster under my bed, and it's really ugly. I can hear you, Jackie. This one's they're bunking, huh? That's a little awkward.
Beds. Well, like the ships usually have like built-in.
Oh,
bunk
okay. I thought there was
cabins.
like back at the temple. I'm like, wow, co-ed, huh? All right.
No, think of how the ships are usually set up that you see.
Okay, it makes more sense now. I was like, whoa, this one's getting a little risque, I think.
And they're Jedi. Maybe they just wouldn't do that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying they would. I'm not saying they wouldn't. I'm just, my mind goes to places you lead it to with these memes. When you dropped your lightsaber and need to find it, but somehow forgotten you're a Jedi and thus can use the Force to find it. I mean, why did they use metal detectors? I mean, they could. I understand.
Force metal detectors.
I understand. Star Wars has a history of kind of like taking real world things and kind of doctoring them up a little to look like something different.
But the Jedi could just do that with their hands.
I think it would have made, I mean, I get it probably on screen doesn't look that good if they're just kind of roaming around, like using the Force to look for things. But like taking samples and looking for metal and I don't know whatever else, taking rocks and...
I don't know if they're actually looking for metal.
I don't know
what purpose those things actually served.
They're Force finders.
That's what we all thought. They didn't explain it.
I don't know.
I'm sure it'll be in that Acolyte visual dictionary that comes out. They'll have a deep explanation of what that is.
We're deep diving into that. That's like a
page
2-hour video, page by page.
Going over how stupid everything they made was.
No, we're gonna talk about how great it all was.
Next.
Remembering the red shirts. Oh, poor guys. Yeah. Is it so sad that as soon as we saw them, I think we all had the same thought, like, they're not making it off How far are they?
Like, oh, look, they brought up... Well, we didn't know Jackie and Yord weren't, but...
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Sounds about right. Next. She had a sister. Yes, she had a twin. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. Yes.
And it wasn't a sister. It was just another
It was
herself.
a part of herself, yeah. She was finding herself.
I have even more issues with it being another version of herself than I do with them being twins.
I would hope so, because like twins are a pretty normal thing.
That's maybe video worthy. We'll see where I go with this.
Ooh, where are we going with this?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Next. Some call our powers unnatural. More unnatural than a Wookiee wearing clothes.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
He's all dressed up. Do you think he feels like uncomfortable in
well,
clothing?
think about it. He wasn't wearing clothes later, was he?
No.
No,
but he was alone in the woods, so... I mean,
Chewbacca never wears clothes.
alone in the woods.
Like, do the Jedi have some stringent rules that if you're going to be one of us, you got to wear the robes?
Maybe.
Because the only Wookiee we really see wearing full-on robes are Jedi Wookiee.
Yeah.
But even Gungi didn't.
No, Gungi didn't. Maybe he chose to. Just to blend in. So no one would notice.
So did Buryaga and
yeah.
The other Jedi Wookiee from Force of Balance or whatever.
Oh, the book, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, no, I can't think of his
name.
name.
There are 3 that we know of from High Republic eras, and they all wear clothes.
Not a Wookiee Jedi when you really think about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe all Wookiees could be Jedi.
Anybody can. Remember, Sabine?
Oh, that's right.
Next. All right, we got the audience score for The Acolyte disappeared somehow.
Somehow.
Okay, I can't imagine why.
Don't know.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. Yes. Yes, you don't speak ill of Disney.
No, and then they just say that it all happened before the show.
Some did, yeah.
Some did.
Yeah, it was review bombed, let's be real, but still, it didn't happen for no reason at the same time. Right.
I just get afraid of the things that don't deserve it, that get it just because they're Star Wars. Like, did Andor have any ill suffering before people watched it?
I don't really think so. I don't think anybody really cared about Andor, which is maybe...
To his end of the radar.
It really was. And I'm not saying I'm actually for review bombing. I mean, I think if you're going to review it, if you're going to
you should at least watch it.
You should watch it, yeah, because that's what it is. A review is meant to say.
True.
Yet, if you're trying to make a statement, maybe review bombing is how you make that statement. I don't know.
But you still should watch anything before you review it.
Yeah,
because some people base their thoughts on if they're going to see something or not based on recommendations. Like, how many times do I look at, like, say, Amazon when I'm shopping and I buy something and I look at the reviews and I look at the the recommendations because I want something that other people say is good, not just something I think is good.
I get you. I get you. All I'm saying it's a tricky thing because I agree. Like, yes, review bombing kind of sucks because you didn't watch it and you're doing this. But at the same time, it is also a way to try to make your point because it gets a lot of attention when they do it, right?
True. It gets a lot of attention, but it also gets a lot of negative attention.
Well, it gets more... let's move on. We don't need to discuss the hell out of review bombing right now. We're trying to have some fun here.
Look what you did.
Look what you did, whoever sent this in. I'm going to give you a questionable quality. So, congrats or not, depending on how you view it. All right, yeah, we got... That's a good point. Like,
Soul was like, "Yeah, there's Jackie."
He was torn up for about 3 minutes about Jackie, and then it's like, "Oh, but Osha." It's really kind of creepy.
His attachment to Osha was weird.
Yeah.
It didn't seem weird at the beginning of the show, but by the end of the episodes, you're like, it really was unhealthy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was unhealthy, and like, why?
Exactly, why? He let her leave the Order. We saw her earlier. He wasn't going to take her back. Oh, no, we want you to come with us as a mission. I don't want you to come back as a Jedi. But then all of a sudden at the very end, he's like, "But I love you."
Yeah.
And we're like, what are you doing? What?
What's going on? I don't know. I have no idea.
It was bizarre. It's like they took a good actor and were like, throw him in this role where you're like, he's still a great actor and he's doing his job well, but you're like, what did you turn him into?
Arguably the best performance in the show, and it's like he turned out to be one of the dumbest characters. Even though I kind of liked him early on.
I liked him a lot early on.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah. Next. Osha. It's been a while. What have you been up to? Well, since leaving the Order, I've started a career in the Republic workplace safety department. You'd be surprised how many reactor ventilations are not up to code. Ooh, very ominous.
So, she became Osha.
She became the Osha.
She's in the Republic Workplace Safety Department.
Yeah, Osha.
She is Osha.
Yes. we're moving on. Next. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there you go. You get the full picture.
It was Yord that really did it for me. Kind of
harsh.
Yeah.
Harsh. How do you think Yord's Padawan feels? Her master got killed and she wasn't even there.
That's a good point.
Feel bad for
She was just there at the start and then she disappeared.
She just disappeared. Yeah. Yord's going on this mission, but he's not taking his Padawan.
No, doesn't take his Padawan. No, because we didn't have it in the budget to have another alien that we had to do makeup on. She could only be in one episode. We only got $180 million. How are we supposed to make this thing on $180 million? I mean, come on.
Spent it all on getting actors that they didn't need to.
No, you didn't.
And Dara didn't need to be Trinity.
I mean, I don't know how much she made, but if she made a substantial sum, which is potentially the case, like, you didn't need to do that.
Like, weren't in enough episodes to be like, did you really need him that bad?
No.
Sorry. I shouldn't say
I
that,
got nothing wrong with, Carrie-Anne Moss or anything like that.
No, I love Carrie-Anne Moss.
No, it's just
but she didn't get as much screen time. I mean, she got, 3 episodes?
3, yeah.
2 flashbacks and 1 regular?
Kind of 2 if you count 3 and 7. It's 1.
Okay.
Still only counts as 1.
So they didn't have her very long.
No, they didn't. So how much could they have possibly paid her then?
Probably still full price. It's Carrie-Anne Moss. Come on, she's
still stretched.
She's worth it.
Yeah. Next. See? That's her name again. Tassi Lau. I had forgotten. Loa. Tassi Loa. Yeah. Padawan of the Jedi Order. Species, Zygerian, female, which was cool. Live action Zygerian. Yeah, okay. Last seen on Trade Federation freighter. Maybe ironically, they took her and sold her because she's that's what they do. That's what they do.
We saw her leaving the ship with Yord.
Oh, you're right. Maybe they came and got her, and no.
No.
You'd like to think they did.
No, I'd like to think that she's fine somewhere.
She is. Yeah, I mean, she lost Yord.
And she's probably like, at least Yord's not taking his shirt off all the time to steam it. Or else she's missing a more for that.
His young Padawan?
He had no problem doing it in the middle of the ship, knowing that the other people were probably going to come aboard.
He didn't know.
He knew. He always knew.
That's thunder in the background. If you're wondering why.
If it's hearable, it's not always. Easy.
It's not always hearable. No.
No. Next.
Hearable.
Just next.
I'll go to the Jedi for my sister and tell them about the Sith. I'll run away from the Sith and the Jedi.
Big brain, yeah.
I'll run away together with my sister. I'll pretend to be my sister and infiltrate the Jedi Order. It makes sense.
Does it?
It's very coherent.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, yeah.
Make it make sense.
No, it doesn't.
No.
A lot of things doesn't make sense.
A lot of plot
Character
holes.
motivations are optional. Next. Out here living my best life. Yord is drowning. This ain't about him. No, it's not.
No, it's about her living her best life.
Exactly. Next. Acolyte actor Lee Jung-jae is in critical condition and has been admitted to the hospital this morning due to severe back pain. Doctors say the cause is carrying the Acolyte show on his shoulders. Well, good thing he, by the end, let it go.
At the end, he was like, I
can't carry this anymore.
I mean, they're trying to translate and have him speak the whole thing in English, not his native tongue. And he's like, wait, why am I saying that?
This doesn't make... That's why they got him, so he couldn't question it.
You can't question the script. Just say these words. Say these words with this kind of emotion. He's like, okay. And finally someone's there explaining it to him. He's like, oh, heck no.
This doesn't make any sense.
No.
Next. All right, we got some reviews here. Rebel Spy, Cass,
yeah. Look at that. Andor did fantastic. 96 and 87.
Only 87 audience score. I'm a little disappointed in that.
Acolyte, 80 and 15.
Yeah.
Boba Fett, we have 66.
Order 66.
So it did worse with the critics, yeah. And 49 did better with the fans. Oh,
slightly, yeah.
Yeah. Visible Confusion. At least Book of Boba Fett had a plot that made sense.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I mean...
It had more of a cohesive plot line than the Acolyte.
It did. I mean, I guess I could say the plot made sense.
They did flashbacks in that, too.
I don't know about...
In a weird spot.
Yeah, I don't know about Fett's motivation entirely. Like, I'm just going to become the mayor of Mos Espa now?
Okay, what's the motivation of, 90% of the characters in the Acolyte?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Unknown.
I don't know. But I'm saying, I guess the plot made sense, but still, Boba Fett's motivation is kind of... We see him in Mando Season 2, and he's like, I'm badass Boba Fett, and I just crack stormtroopers, and now it's like...
we needed to see more of the, growing up of Boba Fett. We got glimpses of it in the Clone Wars, but we don't know enough about his story to know what did he go through.
Yeah.
Why does he want to change, Tatooine so bad? Well, what did he go through that made him the way that he is, that made him want to change? And
I think you blame it on the Mandalorian already doing what Boba Fett maybe kind of should have done without the baby Grogu. Kind of a badass bounty hunter show.
Mando stopped doing that pretty quick. He turned more into...
You're right.
Turn into
by the end of the first
show.
arc, he was kind of already a kinder, gentler. Yeah, good point. Could have still done badass Boba. No reason not to. It's Plaguein time. Is it? Or is it Peekin time? It's peek out of the tunnel time. Tease Season 2, which...
I think they needed to make the stone a different color.
Yeah, it matches his hand. It looks like he's like a chameleon. I'm glad I'm not the only one who kind of thought that.
The rock, they should have thought this through a little bit more. Either they needed to alter his skin tone a little bit, or they needed to make that rock wall a different color.
Yeah, it looks like his hand is part of
the rock
stone.
Maybe should have been more gray, so that his dark tannish color skin there would show up a little better. I don't know. Plus, it's got a weird texture. The whole thing looked weird.
Yeah, I think Plagueis could have looked a little better. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think he.
They clearly didn't put any budget into that.
No, I mean he's not supposed to look quite so messed up.
I don't know.
I mean, at least
it's hard to tell what he looks like at all.
Yeah, it is kind of hard, but I don't know. Let's move on. All right, tempting Anakin, tempting Rey, tempting Osha, censored. This is getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand.
Is that the first full-on nudity we've ever... I mean, we didn't see it. But have we ever had, like, other than, like, Ewoks and...
I don't know, that
Wookiees
siren was
and-
something else.
Siren?
You know.
Oh.
You know, from It That
Yep.
Shall Not Be Named.
Yep, the milking.
Yep. Bix was getting close.
Oh. I
Bix
thought
Kayleen.
Yeah. Yeah, it was implied.
It was implied.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And she was, like, putting
that
her...
was a lot of nudity.
Was.
I can't honestly think of any other...
No. I mean, Slave Leia. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Hut Slayer Leia.
Well,
Pretty,
in Return of the Jedi, when Ula's shirt there had a little malfunction in the original cut.
Yeah.
There was some definite nudity there, more than we got with Khmer here.
You know, Return of the Jedi is a pretty risque movie. Ula and Slave Leia and all the naked Ewoks.
Wow. Really going to count naked Ewoks?
I
thought you were going to go into, nice noodles.
That too. She's not even wearing a top.
There you go.
Barely wearing bottoms, for crying out loud. Moving on. Next. But I don't want to be a witch. Of course you do, Osha. What else would you be? A Jedi? No, May. I want to start a career in workplace safety. Haven't you noticed how often reactors blow up? And don't get me started on safety rails. Mm-hmm. Good point.
This is why we needed Osha in the galaxy.
Yep.
The Death Star is not up to code. I can tell you that.
No. When Osha went dark side, safety in the galaxy suffered.
It did.
It did. No more railings, no more nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Next. All right, we got 3-hole Jackie there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't worry. She's fine. It's a lightsaber.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's nothing vital.
No, she's fine. She's got a little mark where the saber went in. It's fine. Next. You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's not a story Leslie Headland would tell you. Darth Plagueis the Wise had an excellent backstory written about him in a book no longer considered canon. He's now been introduced in canon in a show called The Acolyte. Is it possible to enjoy this show? Not if you value good writing.
This one's good.
Hammer.
I knew you'd hammer.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Hammer.
Hammer time here. Alright, next. Oh, glancing down. I saw your... Oh, that gives that a whole new meaning.
I saw your laser sword.
Yikes. This one's a little inappropriate.
Is it?
A little inappropriate.
I don't know.
If I had an inappropriate award, it would get this. But I don't.
What it took?
I might have to make one for like...
No.
No, not right now.
Oh, thank God.
But when we do like spicy memes, like there might have to be like this. I don't know. I'll come up with something. I'm
You
sure
don't
I
have
will.
to.
I could. I mean, I will.
But you don't have to.
I don't have to, but I know you like it when I do. Next, we can't let the Jedi know how the twins were made. I don't care about the Jedi. I just don't let Thor know.
You know.
Why is Godzilla... Can we get over this now?
Godzilla and you have a special relationship.
It's been a while. We could have just let this one die and get buried. You know what this gets?
Hammer.
Questionable quality. Yes. Questionable.
No.
We're moving on. Next. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium. But what about the guy with the tooth helmet and the girl with the throwing knives? I guess we're supposed to have forgotten about them by now. It's like been 100 years. Who remembers these things?
Not to mention, she was gonna come clean to Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
Or something.
Maybe,
which means that Yoda should know.
Maybe Yoda forgot.
Yoda's in on the cover-up.
Don't even...
That's why he had to go and exile himself on Dago. He felt really bad about... He's like,
he
oh,
could
this
have
is
stopped
my
us all
fault.
if I had just paid attention 100 years ago and not done a cover-up.
Yeah.
Oops. Next. Tony Gilroy, Star Wars After the Acolyte, Andor Season 2. Yeah.
Don't forget. It's coming.
It's coming.
He is our flex tape. He will save the sinking ship. He's patching the holes right now.
I don't know if anybody could patch these holes, but...
Flex tape could.
Flex tape could. He's gonna... I mean, Andor Season 2 should be good regardless of anything else.
I'm so excited.
As am I.
It's like, almost, depending on how many episodes they premiere, it's like 3 months of heaven.
It is. That could be... I mean, that's going to be awesome to have like 12 weeks, potentially.
12 weeks.
Or like 10, because they probably double up.
Or they did
11.
3 last time. Remember? They gave it the full
They might give you like a full arc
see.
again. Yeah,
but they
we'll
don't
see.
need to now.
No, because they know...
Because the Acolyte, they know we like it. that it's good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. Mm-hmm. Next. That's it?
Mm-hmm. Ending on a high note.
We end...
Acolyte Season 2.
Andor Season 2.
Yeah.
Not Acolyte
No.
Season 2. That's not a...
I'm looking forward to Acolyte Season 2, though.
Do you think it... We already asked you that. I don't think it gets made. I can't... I mean, based
Logically,
on
I don't think it gets made, but I want it to get made to answer some questions I have. For personal reasons, not because it was good.
Just put it in a comic book no one will read. It's fine.
No, I need some answers. I just want some... Maybe I want to see some more Darth Bicep. We don't know.
There are no answers.
That's what I want to know. I want to know what her answers will be.
No.
Will they be good? No. But I want to know them.
No, I seriously don't think we'll get a season 2.
All right, wrap this up. This is a long edit today.
Oh, well, that's all we got for you this time, then. So now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of this week's memes. Or you can always post them in the Discord server. Or if you're not in there, you can send them to the email address in the description below. Whatever the case may be, send the meme somewhere. Post a comment below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.